Oh, bollocks. I was miles away. Look, zone 3, yeah, but almost zone 4. Now, if you remember, last Tuesday, my first cross of the week was much lower and much further to the right, so I was much closer to where the winning average was. But I moved it further left and further up because I thought they were going to go higher. I thought the judges would go generally higher. And somebody said about, yeah, it's got to be over to the left because otherwise this guy at the front here is looking up through his eyelids. And I thought, yeah, that's true, but it is likely that one or two of the judges will look practically vertical and through the eyelids. And I've got a quick look at the judging, and indeed, one of them did. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't miles out on this from this guy at the back here, the one in the air. He's sort of, I'm along the right lines for him. He's looking a bit higher than where um, I've gone a little bit higher, I guess. But this fella here, yeah, I don't know what to say about this one, because really, if you draw, lines through, they're still not that far apart, are they? Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, just not pushing it across very well. But the winner, and I know this is a JCW Mini again this week, same as last week. In fact, the same model as last week. He didn't have his spot on either. He was a pickle out on. He was 1731 907. He was, and the judges were 906. But yeah, I wasn't confident in this one. I went for the cheapest card I could possibly go for because the way they were looking, because they're both looking sort of to the left of the screen in the same direction. Again, it's like the others; it could be anywhere along those lines. So it's touch and go. It all depends what the judges are going to do. I did expect one of them to go up here, looking up through his eyelids, but I thought the only off chance he'd probably take that out. But there we are. It was my result, I suppose, is what I was expecting this week. I was expecting to be in zone 3. But let's have a look how the judges got there. So 7 judges this week. One of them's missing. Don't know off the top of my head because I think they rotate them anyway. Hell of a spread though. I mean, there's a couple around here where the cross is. There's one a bit nearer, but then you've got 2 over here which are a long way from. See, that's the one there I was talking about, looking up through the eyelids. But there's 2 over this, well, 3 I suppose, over that area. These 2 are miles away. That one is a long way away from the cross, and that one up there is a hell of a long way away from the cross. But then again, I mean, you look, if you follow his eye line, okay, that one all the way over to the left isn't that far off his eye line, but you have to assume that this guy was looking sort of not as steep as that, which doesn't really add up to me. But there we are. The judges did what the judges do. I'm already at the end. I've already skipped to the end. They didn't take any judges out, so that was the end result there. Yeah, but a big spread. If you look at how far away that one on the left is from the one on the right, I don't know. It's probably 1,000 pixels. That's an example of how differently people see it, which always baffles me every week when we do the average or I put my first cross in and someone says, "Oh no, it can't be there. It's got to be somewhere else." So well, yeah, okay, it might be, but that's how you see it, and I've seen it different to you. And we won't know until Tuesday which one of us is anywhere near it. It wasn't me. Right, let's have a look at this week's picture. All right, this week's picture, they're not looking in the same direction. They're looking sort of. There is going to be a point where their eye lines cross over. It does look like a scene from Brokeback Mountain, looking at their faces. What on earth is going on there? Dear me. They're both sort of clenching up, aren't they? This fella on the right here, I can't decide what he's doing. The fact that his head is pushed forward, his neck's all tensed up, his arms are back, but his shoulders aren't. So to me, it looks like he's headed it. I don't think he's waiting for the ball to come to him because I think his body language is all wrong for that. So it looks like to me he's headed it. Don't know what this fella on the left is doing. I don't think he fits the scene. I think he's just been photoshopped in. So why have I gone there? Let me draw some lines. Let me click on that drawy liney thing. So I've sort of gone in that direction for now. I'll do it through my cross so I can explain what I'm talking about. In fact, I'll draw both eyes. So yeah, so I'm looking at his if he's headed it, yeah, his head would have come forward. He'd have kept moving his head after he'd headed it. He didn't suddenly stop, would he? So I think it's, but he's looking up that way, like as if he's looking at the ball disappearing. So I sort of went there. This fella, yeah, he's looking quite steep, so it's quite close to him, but he's also looking quite a bit in front of him. So I've gone there with his sort of eye line, somewhere up there. Could be further to the right, could be a bit further to the left, who knows? It's the first one of the week. And I've gone for that Renault 5 Iconic again, iconic, because it's only 90p a ticket, and I quite like it actually, and I think I'd have the yellow. They only do 4 colours, dark blue, white, black, or that yellow, so I think it'd have to be the yellow. And this week it's an extra 10 grand as well, so it's 10 grand with the car, plus obviously I'll go for the 50 grand as well. So that's what I am there. That makes sense to me at the moment. I know we've got the rest of the week yet to look at it. I don't think this fella on the right's looking much lower than that. If it was lower, I don't think it would add up for this player on the left here, who's got his mouth full of sweets or something. Doing his Marlon Brando impression, but he's looking up in front of him, ahead of him. So that's what I am. That's what I am for my first one of the week, because he looks like, well, he just looks like he's running, doesn't he? Where's my coordinate? I can't see it. 1603753. So I'll put that in as the first one of the week. So let me know how you got on. Leave a coordinate for the weekend, and we'll make another one on Saturday and see where our average is. I think our average is way out from where the winning cross ended up today. Right, Revcomps. Let's have a look at Revcomps. Now, last January, I played for this Mini. And I remember this Mini because it's a lovely looking Mini. However, I didn't win it. Rob Gurney won it. Well done, Rob. That was a nice Mini. I hope you got your use out of it. Last Sunday, 2 days ago, I had tickets on this Audi A3. And guess who won it? Yeah, Rob Gurney. Rob Gurney from Pangbourne won it. So now he's got that and a Mini, unless he sold a Mini. Then last night, the day after winning his Audi, I had a ticket on that Porsche or £70,000. And guess who won it? Go on, guess. Yeah, Rob Gurney's won it. So, as if it wasn't enough to win a car in January and another car in April, he now wins another one the following night. So he's won 3 in 4 months. That's good going. I think he said last night it was his dream car. I didn't hear all of it. I just tuned in at the last couple of seconds, and I think he said something about it was his dream car. So I suspect, as it comes with 5 grand, and he already had 2 other cars he can sell, that he's probably going to keep the car and sell the others because he can afford to run it. But can't begrudge it, can you? I mean, he paid his money. I'm figuring that after he won the first one, he's probably maxing out on tickets, because I think he said he bought 20 tickets on this. You could only buy 20. He maxed out on the tickets and bought 20 tickets. But I guess if you'd won the night before and a grand to go with it, then you can afford to do it, can't you? But yeah, that's good going. That is. Goodness knows how much he spends, and I don't know how many other cars or I know he's won a luggage set, suitcases. I don't know what else he's won. I only had a quick look because I typed Rob Gurney Revcomps into Google, and then it links to these pages then, and I could see 3 cars and a set of luggage. So I didn't go through everything. That's just more or less the first 4 that came up. So he obviously spends an awful lot of money, but well done to you, Rob. But getting back to these feature draws, no, that's not what I want, is it? Let me scroll down a bit. Right, this is the next live draw on Thursday. I've got nothing at all on here because I was going to give it up, and there was nothing on there that appealed to me because they were all like the cheapest one is £9 a ticket, and I looked at them and I thought, no, I'm going to give up. I'm going to stop playing. So I didn't do anything for Thursday, and there's any point. Rob keeps winning them all. And then next Monday, as they added last night, and I wasn't going to go anything on air either. However, I did like this Mini. Um, the front end looks ugly, but the Mini Countryman is quite a big one. It's quite a tall one. It's quite a big SUV-ish thing, and it's a four-wheel drive, and it's fast. So I thought, yeah, go on, have one on there. It comes with £2,000 as well. So I did, bit the bullet and had one on there, and also decided to have one on there as well. So I made up by not having one on Monday, on Thursday, by having two for next week. Auto draws, I cut right back on that as well. Haven't got one on this BM. I did get three on this Fiesta ST line, which is drawn tomorrow. Now, that's a 50 ticket max, 197 a ticket. And on the back of the fact that Rob Gurney keeps winning and he's maxing out, I spoke to my mate Ryan today, who's won a couple of times. And I said, I'm thinking of buying another 47 tickets so I can max out the 50 tickets. But it's going to cost me £92. He said, don't do it. You know your favourite winners are a one ticket winner. He said, and then you'll just be disappointed when you don't win. And I thought, yeah, he's got a point. So I'm not going to do that now. What else? Oh, I got three on this Focus Titanium as well for Friday. Other than that, I've got nothing on this BMW, nothing on this bike. I did see one crop up on the checkout page today, which is a Range Rover Evoque 2020. Surprisingly, and I only found this out recently, it's a two-wheel drive Range Rover. I didn't even know they made them until recently. I thought they were all four-wheel drive as standard. And it's a manual, which surprised me as well, because I thought they were all automatics these days. However, I did have one ticket on it. It was £3 something. Because I bought a ticket on the other two in the other draws, I had £3 something back in credit, so I just spent it on the Range Rover. So that's it for me. Let me know you got on. What else am I going to say? Yeah, leave a coordinate for the weekend so we can work out an average. Enjoy the rest of the week. Hope you had a good Easter weekend, and good luck, everyone.